Warrior's the first. The angriest tank whose fury gives him the ability to heal them and their allies. Most of its mitigations rely on healing and buffing healing, for example short mids on Warrior being one of the strongest short mitigations in the game. Raw Intuition. Reducing damage by 10% for 6 seconds, but additionally restoring health by doing damage, with a cooldown of 25 seconds. This turns into Bloodwetting at level 82, which gives Stem the Flow an additional 10% mitigation, and Stem the Tide, which gives a shield to the equivalent of a 400 potency heal. The next one is Nancet Flash, which is essentially the same thing as Bloodwetting, but is also granted to a targeted party member, which is what gives Nancet Glint. Then we have our long mitt. One long mitt. Vengeance. A 30% mitigation that reflects a portion of physical damage back to the enemy, but it evolves into Damnation at level 92, increasing the amount to 40% mitigation for 15 seconds, and grants Primeval Impulse, which gives a heal over time for 15 seconds or until you're hit. Finally, we have our ancillary mitigations, which we have 3, so let's start with the earliest one you get. Thrill of Battle, which increases your health by 20%, increases recovery from healing actions by 20% for 10 seconds, and has a cooldown of 90 seconds. Next is Equilibrium, which is just a straight 1200 potency heal, and gives a heal over time for 15 seconds, and is up again in 60. Finally, we have Shake It Off, which is a party-wide effect. This gives a shield totaling 15% of each player's maximum HP, and this will also get rid of Thrill of Battle, Damnation, Raw Intuition, or Bloodwetting, and increases the shield percentage by 2% for each for 30 seconds. Then gives a heal over time for 15 seconds, and this ability comes up again every 90 seconds. Finally, since we're on a class, we're going to talk about invulnerability. And for Warrior, we have Holmgang, which is the earliest invulnerability in the game. You get at level 42. When activated, the Warrior's health can't drop below 1, rather than just straight up nullifying damage. And with an additional effect of halting a targeted enemy's movement with Chain. This ability comes up every 4 minutes. Remember, don't be afraid to pop invuln if it keeps you from wiping in a duty. Fellow tanks, Warrior's good for those who want to get into tanking. It's the easiest tank to use casually, and it pales in comparison in higher end content to its peers, but is still functionally a good class.